Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Ривенделл and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now, I have a force gathering amid the ruins of old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Elladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
No need for thanks. We are happy to cheat the goblins of their sport. But who are you?
I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Eridan, one of the Dunedain of the North. And my companions are Andriel and Farin.
Then I am indebted to you, Eridan of the Dunedain, and to your friends.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the North, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Did you see any sign of the one who leads this force?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is, I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
That can only be Agandaur.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could gain the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy these machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
Those machines are certain to be well guarded. We could be walking into a trap.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Very well. Let's go.
The wall is clear. Well done. I am free to fly unhindered. But there are others fighting in the city. They may need our help.
Could it be Elrond's sons?
I cannot say, but they move with stealth, and they leave a trail of slain enemies in their wake.
That sounds like Eladan and Elro here on both accounts.
They are likely heading for the Citadel, just as we are.
Then let's push on. Maybe we'll meet up with them.
I will shadow your movements from above. In open ground, I can strike against our foes. Call on me when the need is great.
Yes. They've got a troll backing them, cowards. We strike as one.
You cannot stand.
Let us stand and fight together! Strike as one.
Someone's coming.
Besting a troll in combat. That is no small feat, friends. It would appear that we are on the same side. Perhaps we could be of assistance to each other. Allow us to offer a hand. Andriel, is that you?
Well met, my friends. We were told we might find you here. I am truly glad to see you. Allow me to introduce my companions, Eridan of the Dunedain and Farin of Erebor. I present to you Eladan and Elrohir, the sons of Elrond Half-Elven.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors. Was it the three of you then who freed the Great Eagle?
Yes, Belaram is his name.
That was well done. But what brings you to Fornost?
I am here by Aragorn's command. Farin and Andriel have volunteered to aid me.
But why would Aragorn send you to Fornost? Has he learned of the goblin force gathered here?
It's bigger than just a gathering of goblins. We were with the Rangers at Sarn Ford when we were attacked by Black Riders out of Mordor.
That is grim news. But it does not explain why Aragorn would send you here.
The Black Riders are in league with a man called Agandaur. It is he who commands this force.
I begin to understand. Aragorn wishes you to distract Agandaur.
Aye, you've got the right of it.
But now that we have joined forces, we can do more than distract him. Let us cut the head from this serpent of Sauron.
Agreed. But first, we must find him.
He is certain to be in the Citadel at the heart of the city. We must attempt to make our way there. No easy task amid these crumbling ruins, and a host of orcs and goblins will seek to bar our way. If we are separated, press on toward the Citadel. There we will regroup for our final attack.
Very well. Let us begin.
Follow us!
There's the Citadel, just up ahead.
We're not there yet. Stay close.
Agandaur must be within. Then that is where we must go. The way is barred by a powerful magic ward.
Can you break the spell?
Perhaps, but it will take time and concentration.
You'd best get started. We will guard you while you work.
The sons of Elrond from this attack! Here, my friends!
There. The ward has been removed. Come quickly! The doors are open!
Here we must separate for a time, my friends, for I cannot follow you within those narrow halls.
Will you depart for your home, Belaram?
No, lady. It would be faithless of me to say farewell while friends' lives yet hang in the balance. I will await your return. It may be that I can prevent reinforcements from following you into the tower.
We'd best hurry. The elves are getting ahead of us.
May fortune favor you all.
Tharthar, what is happening out there?
Invaders.
How many?
Not many, but they freed the eagle.
Fools. Now our presence here will be revealed. Is this the best your rabble can do?
They must be great warriors. Bloody-handed elves are some of those filthy tarts.
I don't care. Find them and kill them. Call out your guards. Don't let them escape.
Call my guard and be quick about it! Kill the intruders!
Hold on, we'll help you!
No, we must not allow Agendaur time to escape. Go on. We will deal with his guards. The big one is Thazor, a chieftain of the Orcs of Mount Graham.
Chieftain, huh? Good. I'm tired of dealing with whack.
You should have fled Middle-earth with the rest of your cowardly kin, while you still had the chance.
We flee from nothing, least of all you, lackey of Sauron.
Fools! I am the right hand of Sauron. I will see your precious Ривенделл burning, and your mongrel father hauled before me in chains.
You will do nothing. Your plots end here.
My work is only just beginning. Do you think you two alone can hope to stop me?
They are not alone.
Don't look for your guards. They won't be coming.
Fornost means nothing. You haven't won anything here.
He's escaping!
We cannot hope to follow him now.
But I can! Sorcery of Sauron! This is no natural storm!
I can no longer see him.
It is no use. He has escaped us for now.
Yes, but you cannot be blamed. It was bold of you to go after him alone. Indeed, though perhaps it was not the wisest course.
We have to find him. Do you have any idea where he may be heading?
It is difficult to say. It might be anywhere. The Edenmoors, Wilderland, the far north. He may even return to Mordor.
Unlikely. He made threats against the north.
Yes, you are correct. I fear he has the means to carry out those threats.
Agendaur is a threat to all the free folk of the north. We have to stop him no matter what the cost.
Yes, but first we must find him. That will not be easy. It could be anywhere.
For my part, I would gladly join the hunt for Agendaur. Yet I have my duty to consider. I must return home to inform Lord Gwaihir of all I've learned.
Your duty to your people must always come first. I'm glad we met, Belleroth, and I hope we will meet again one day.
As do I, Eradan of the Dunedain. You and your comrades saved my life. That is something I will not forget. If I can ever be of service to you, I will.
Farewell wherever you fare, Belleroth, till your area receives you at your journey's end.
My thanks! Commend me to Elrond, your father, and farewell.
As for us, I believe we also have a duty to inform our allies of all we have learned.
It was Halbarad the Ranger that sent us to find Aragorn. He'd be interested in what we've learned, no doubt. We best return to him at Sarn Ford.
Yes, we cannot say what forces still threaten the Shire. The Rangers may have need of us.
Should you find Halvarad has no pressing need of your services, we would urge you to make your way to Imladris. We may have need of your strength and resourcefulness before long.
But what of Aragorn and the Hobbit he was seeking? The Black Riders may well be pursuing them. Shouldn't we try to help them?
If Aragorn has found this hobbit, it is certain they will both be bound for Imladris. He is several days ahead of us now. We shall look for him as we go, and Aragorn is resourceful. I suspect he will arrive in Imladris before winter.
Very well then. Sarn Ford is our destination. Farewell for now.
I have received word through the Sons of Elrond and the Wandering Companies telling of your valor at Fornost. You are to be commended for your skill and daring.
I think we managed to slow down Agendaur's plans at the very least. But how have things been here since we left to find Aragorn?
All has been quiet. There was an alarm sounded at Buckland shortly after we parted company, but it seems to have amounted to nothing.
I am ready for whatever new orders you may have for me. Andriel and Farin have also volunteered their aid. How can we best be of service?
Truthfully, I would be happy for the extra hands. But it is clear to me that you three have a greater destiny. You may be needed more urgently elsewhere.
Then what would you have us do?
I advise you to make your way to Ривенделл. Aragorn will be eager to hear news of Agendaur, and he may have other tasks for you to perform. For now, the enemy seems to have turned away from the Shire.
Elrond's son suggested much the same thing. Very well. If that is your wish, we will depart for Ривенделл.
Perhaps there is something you can do for me on your way.
You have but to name it.
I sent 2 of my rangers, Kalarin and Lúin, on patrol along the Brandywine River. They should have returned long before now. I am growing concerned for them.
They are both seasoned rangers who have served many years in this region. We can be certain they have not simply lost their way.
From which direction would you expect them to come?
They were to follow the Brandywine north as far as the Great East Road, and from there to make their way back by passing through the Barrow Downs.
The downs are just north of our position here.
Then we'll make our way north by way of the Barrow Downs.
Perhaps we will discover some trace of them as we travel.
You have my thanks. I know your skill as a tracker, Aradan. If Lúin and Kalarin made it as far as the Downs, you should be able to pick up their trail. Farewell, and safe travels to you all.
I'm told the Barrow Downs are filled with ancient tombs. What do you know of them, Elf?
These tombs were made by the fathers of men in the depths of time. They were sacred to the men of Arnor, and they too buried their dead here, until their kingdom fell to the Witch King.
These hills have an evil reputation in the folklore of the Shire and Bree, but rangers travel here often without incident. Still, I feel a sense of unease. We must stay alert.
Be wary. Something comes our way.
clear.
Sure, another one of these creatures.
If I read the signs right, Luan and Kalaran fought a battle here as well. And look here, broken shards of a ranger's sword. I know this blade. It belonged to Kalaran.
This is proof your comrades were here. Where are they now?
The tracks show where two bodies were dragged to the entrance of that large barrel.
Were they living or dead?
That I cannot say.
To discover their fate is what
This tomb makes my blood run chill.
This is no place for living men. Let's find my friends.
Let's hope we're not too late.
Can you hear me, Luan? Awake!
No strength can prevail against this sickness. What good are swords in the face of this plague? What in the name of... Eridan?
Yes, it's me, my friend.
I have been dreaming.
We should escape this burrow. Are you strong enough to walk?
But if I was brought living into this tomb, then the same would be true for Kalaran. We need to find him.
That's what we intend to do. Are you strong enough to join us?
Yes, I think I can keep up with you.
Let us press on at once.
It's Kalaran!
He's a friend! I cannot!
The man you knew is dead. This is but a cruel trick. Defend yourselves!
You face a ranger now! friends slain. Harder still to see his remains desecrated in this manner. At least now he is at rest. But you, how are you bearing up?
First Black Riders, now Barrow-wites. This is more than men should have to contend with. But where there is life, there is hope. Thanks for your concern, but I will be all right. I owe it to those who have fallen to go on as best I may.
You've been through a terrible ordeal. Perhaps you should come with us to Ривенделл. Or we could take you to Bree. It's not far away.
No, I feel my strength returning. I'll soon be myself again. And then I will bear Kalaran's body away from these tainted tombs. He should be buried with the rest of his brothers who fell at Sarn Ford.
That would be fitting. I hope that he will rest in peace. Farewell, Lewin.
Eredan, it is good to see you safe. Eladan and Elro here told us of your actions at Fornost. Such courage and skill brings honor to all the Dunedain.
Indeed. It is an honor to welcome one so brave to my home, and your companions as well.
I am grateful for what you did at Fornost. If Agendaur's forces had joined in the hunt, there is little chance that I and my charges would have made it here to safety.
I'm glad to see you again, Aragorn. You can count on my sword whenever you have need of it. Although I am no wiser as to what this is all about.
I think it is time we told our newfound friends what they have gotten themselves into.
Gandalf, so you are involved in this as well?
Indeed. Wherever there is trouble and strife, and the enemy is stirring, there you will find Gandalf the Grey.
I believe I have begun to glimpse the truth, yet I would gladly hear your explanation, Mithrandir.
You have more than earned such an explanation. Tell me, what do you know of Isildur's Bane?
I know nothing of this. What is Isildur's Bane?
Isildur's Bane is the Ring of Power, forged by the Dark Lord.
Into this ring, Sauron bound the greater part of his power, but it has been lost for many hundreds of years.
Why did Sauron make the ring?
It was part of a grand deception. Sauron taught the elves the art of making rings of power, but secretly he planned to make one master ring through which he could control all the lesser rings and those who wore them.
Why would the elves choose to learn from Sauron? They must have known he would betray them.
At that time, Sauron was still able to assume what form he wished. He came to the elves in a fair guise, and played on their greatest desire.
Eager for knowledge, they learned from him and made many rings. The greatest of these were Narya, Nenya, and Vilya, the three rings of the elves. When Sauron fought,
the Dark Lord made war on the elves and seized the lesser rings. These he gave freely. To Sauron's dismay, the dwarves proved less easy to dominate. By force, he took back 3 of these dwarven rings. The rest were consumed by dragons and destroyed.
The elves were very hard-pressed, and Sauron's dominion spread over the greater part of Middle-earth.
Yet somehow Sauron was defeated.
An alliance was formed between elves and men.
In the end, Gil-galad and Elendil threw down Sauron, at the cost of their own lives.
What became of the ring after Sauron was overthrown?
It was claimed by Isildur, Elendil's heir. It was he who cut the ring from the Dark Lord's hand with a hilt shard of his father's sword Narsil, broken in the battle.
I counseled him in vain to cast the ring into the fires of Mount Doom.
Why would Isildur not seek to destroy it? It was a work of the enemy. He must have known it was...
The ring has a power over the minds of all who come into contact with it. This temptation is all the greater for those who already possess a measure of their own power.
He would not suffer the ring to be destroyed, thinking perhaps that he could use its power for the good of Middle-earth. Yet it is a work of the enemy, and in the end it corrupts all who possess it.
And now, after all this time, the ring has reappeared to trouble the world once again.
Quite right. After lying lost and nearly forgotten for centuries, Sauron's ring has once again been found.
The Hobbit? The one Aragorn rescued. He holds the Ring of Power?
I see now how close we came to complete ruin. But what will become of the ring, now that it is safe in Ривенделл?
There is no safe resting place for the ring, not even here in Imladris. It is a danger to...
To do so, the ring will need to be cast into the same fires from which it was forged.
It cannot be that you will send a halfling alone.
No, certainly not. A fellowship will be formed. A fellowship of 9. 9 walkers set against Sauron's 9 black riders. Among this fellowship will be representatives of all the free peoples of the world.
Let us add our strength to this fellowship.
Elves,
the hope of
dwarves,
the company of the ring
men.
lies in speed and
Aragorn
secrecy,
and I
not in
will
strength
both
of
be
arms. Their number must be few. Even were we to send 1,000 such warriors on this journey, it would do little more than arouse the wrath of the Dark Lord.
We are at your service. Tell me what we can do.
The Nazgul and Agandaur are dire threats. We must learn all we can of their movements before the Fellowship is to depart. Scouts will be sent...
Very well. Where should we start?
Agandaur is our chief concern. Although the Nazgul are powerful foes, our mission here in the north is abundantly clear.
I suspect he may be planning to move against us here. Sauron's hatred of the...
If it is strength he wants, he may well find it among the Etenmoors.
I know little of the Etenmoors. What can you tell me of this place?
The Etenmoors are a spur of the Misty Mountains, lying almost directly north of Ривенделл. It is a wild region of very rugged terrain, home to many trolls and giants.
I myself was in the Etenmoors but days ago. I saw no sign of Agandaur's presence. Neither...
If so, it is best we learn of it before they can take us by surprise. We will scout the...
From what I have heard of you, from Aragorn and Elrond's sons, I expected no less. Still, you have had a long road and hard fight.
The hospitality of my house is yours.
This is rough country, no mistake. But so far, we've seen no sign of trouble.
But the moors stretch on for many leagues. It would be easy to miss something in these rugged crags and valleys.
Let us continue the search, but be wary. More than one ranger has been lost in these wild lands.
Foul creatures!
Greetings, my friends. I could scarce believe what I saw from above. But elf, dwarf, and man battling the enemy together, such things are not often seen. I knew it had to be you.
Is that you, Balaram? I never thought we'd meet again so soon.
Nor did I. It does seem a strange coincidence, but a happy one, nonetheless.
How is it that you happen to be here in the Etenmoors?
I serve as a scout for my people. We are at war with the stone giant Bargrasar, who has attacked us without cause.
A stone giant? I thought such creatures existed only in children's stories.
Oh, they're real, all right. My kinsman encountered them once while
They seldom are. Eagles and the stone giants have shared the mountain heights without conflict for many generations. Gwaihir summoned his strength to punish the giant, but he fled before us. We believe he has come here to the Etten Moors, where he is gathering an army of orcs and trolls.
A threat to the Eagles
is a threat to all. Your aid would be most welcome. Together we may be able to best him. Every hour he lives is...
Their archers have the high ground.
Enemy archers on the high ground! Ambush!
It is finished. My people are avenged.
And behold, here come your kin.
My lord.
It would appear that you have done our work for us, Balaram.
Not I, Lord Gwaihir. Your thanks belong to these three. Andriel, Farin, and Aradan. It is they who rid us of Baghrasar.
The same three that saved you at Fornost.
Indeed. A remarkable chance that we should meet again.
If chance it was, your fates seem strangely intertwined. But be that as it may, we are doubly grateful to you. First for saving the life of Balaram, and now for slaying the giant.
We are glad your fallen kin have been avenged. Baghrasar was a threat to all free folk. It is only fitting we should join together to destroy him.
Well spoken. But I wonder what purpose you had for coming to the Etten Moors. This is no place for idle wandering.
We came seeking a servant of the Dark Lord, a man called Agendaur. Have you any word of him?
Balaram has told us of that one. but I fear you have come too late. We have searched the Ettenmoors thoroughly in our hunt for Bargazar, yet we have seen no sign of this servant of the Dark Lord. If he was here, we can be reasonably certain he is here no longer. My people will work to disperse the enemy forces that remain in the moors. We will be on guard against the return of Agandaur.
Then we'd best head back to Ривенделл. Elrond will be wondering about us. We've already been gone too long.
I will arrange for a messenger.
My lord, I owe my life to these three, and I too believe Agandaur to be a grave threat.
You ask a great deal, Balaram. I may have need for all my followers soon. Yet, very well. I will grant you permission to join with them.
Unless Balaram plans to carry his friends like sheep in his talons, he will need help. If it pleases you...
I too have a stake in this quest. Let me...
So be it. 3 who cleave the air to match 3 who walk the earth. May fortune favor you all. Armanel, Baranthor, you shall be at Balaram's command. Obey his word until such time as you return to us. Now I must depart. Many forces are at work across Middle-earth, and many events
We are
take
grateful
shape.
for your aid, Lord
I
Gwaihir,
must consider
and your
what part
trust.
the Eagle...
You return at last. We grew concerned for you. I fear you have missed your chance to say farewell safely, and in the company of 3 of the great eagles, no less. There is a story behind this, and I am eager to hear it.
We found trolls and orcs preparing for war, just as we feared. And they were led by a renegade stone giant.
He made war on the great eagles.
But with the Eagle Balaram's help, we managed to put an end to him.
That was well done, but this is troubling.
We found these tokens on some...
Some of them bear the black raven emblem of Agandaur.
Then we can be certain he is behind the giant's descent into evil. But there are also other tokens here I recognize. These are the marks of the orcs of Mount Gundabad.
Do you think it is possible Agandaur is there?
It may well be. From Mount Gundabad, the orcs have many tunnels and secret pathways connecting the hidden mines. If Agandaur is raising an army to fight for his master in the north...
Maybe not, but it's not like we have many more choices.
To walk into such an orc-infested pit as Mount Gundabad would seem like you would cut the heart from Sauron's plan to make war in the
forces Agandaur is raising. Ривенделл is almost certainly his...
If you cut it, it will
We
die.
travel to Mount Gundabad.
Your courage is commendable.
I hope we reach our destination soon, or this weather may prove more deadly than the orcs.
Take heart. We are nearly there, and this snowfall will hide us from the eyes of the enemy below.
Balaram, look! Above the mountain!
Set us down! We can attempt to find a way into the mountain under cover of this storm!
There is little chance of that, with those creatures keeping watch from above. Once we land you, my comrades and I will draw off the beasts.
Let's hope those flying beasts are too occupied with the eagles to notice us.
We can hope their eyes are less keen than those of our eagle friends. We may appear to be just a few more orcs among the hordes of Gundabad.
It's a sad day when I have to hope I'm mistaken for an orc.
Look at the camps below. Orcs must be gathering from all across the north.
The threat is even greater than we feared.
We've got no army to match it. That's certain.
Someone was here before us. There was a fight here very recently.
The bodies. They're dwarves.
This one lives still.
Well then, come on, you scum. Finish it. You're not orcs.
Why are you here? What were you attempting?
We seek a weapon. We must find it, use it, stop the orcs.
What is this weapon? Where can we find it?
Dwarf weapon. In the stone. Nordri has the key. Find them. Help them. Please. Save Nordinbad.
Andril, help him. Use your arts.
No. Save it. The arrows, poison. No hope. But you can help. Help my friends.
Your friends? Where are they?
Went on. Can't say where. Now. Find them. They need help.
Who or what is Nordinbad?
He will speak no more. He is dead.
But it sounds like there may be more like him around here somewhere.
Yes. They're searching for some sort of weapon. Come, we must try to find them.
It pains me to leave fallen dwarves to these accursed orcs, but we have no choice.
This is it! Quick, lad! Up you go!
Nordri! There are too many orcs. We'll never hold them long enough.
Maybe not, but we can try.
Well then, come on, you filth!
Baruch Kazar!
Katana Menu!
We're friends! We're here to help you!
We must work together to overcome these odds.
There's a mounted crossbow over there.
Man the mounted crossbows!
We'll hold them off! Kazan!
I don't know what brings you to a place like this, but I'm mighty glad to see you all the same.
We might say exactly the same. What are you doing here?
We've come to activate an ancient weapon. With luck, it'll kill a lot of orcs.
What sort of weapon?
You'll see. Once activated, it'll take some time to do its work.
Aye, and it's sure to bring a lot more orcs down on us, too.
No time for dilly-dallying. Go ahead and use it.
We'll hold off the orcs.
A horn call? Are you mad? You're calling them here!
I didn't warn you about that.
I've seen a few things in my time, but I've not flown on an eagle's back till today.
Well, now that it's a bit easier to talk, let me thank you properly for saving our lives and bid you welcome to Nordinbad, our home.
Nordri's father, the Lord Goran, will want to speak with you. Nordri's gone ahead to report on the Gundabad raid and to tell him about everything you did for us.
We are pleased to be made welcome here, but in the rush of battle and our hurried escape, I fear we missed your name.
Oh, confound me for an old fool. Bruni, son of Bane, at your service and your families. I'm captain of the Nordinbad Guard and a servant of Lord Goran.
We would be pleased to speak with Lord Goran.
Just make your way past the door as you see yonder and you'll find him within. The guards have been instructed to let you pass.
Here, sire, are those I spoke of. Allow me to present a kinsman, Farin of Erebor, and also Andriel and Eridan, his companions. We succeeded in our task, and I live to tell of it, thanks only to their aid.
You are most welcome here, kinsman, and no less so your companions, be they man, elf, or eagle. Welcome all to Nordinbad, last hall of the Longbeards in the Grey Mountains. You have returned to me, my son and my oldest friend, whom already I mourned as lost. For this, you will forever have my gratitude and the hospitality of these halls. Know that this is not something lightly given, for never before have we allowed any but our own folk to pass these gates. And no eyes have gazed upon the hidden lake of Azanzaram, save those of our close kindred. Yet for what you have done, I will gladly lay aside our ancient oath of secrecy.
Your warriors struck a heavy blow against the orcs of Gundabad, but the cost was great. These walls of yours are both high and strong. Why not wait for the enemy to spend their strength against them?
Were we dealing with the host of Gundabad alone, we would have done just that. We have repulsed many orc attacks in the past, but this time their numbers were far too great. Orcs and goblins have been pouring into Gundabad from every pit and cave in the north.
We struck them a heavy blow, but even so, we'll still be hard-pressed if they move against us here.
Now you know why my people were at Gundabad, but I cannot help but wonder what brought the three of you there.
We were hunting a black-hearted servant of the enemy. He goes by the name of Agendaur.
Agendaur. We are familiar with that one. Curse his Blackheart.
He appeared before our gates some weeks past, and called us to parley, in the name of Sauron the Great, so he said.
A parley? For what purpose?
He demanded that we yield ourselves up to the mercy of Sauron, as if there was any mercy in the Dark Lord.
He lays claim to Nordinbad, telling us if we turn over our halls and riches without a fight, our lives will be spared, and we will be free to seek a new home elsewhere.
Of course, we would have nothing of that. When we defied him, he grew wrathful, threatening us with the fiery doom that overtook our ancestors.
Fiery doom? I wonder why he chose such words.
I fear he may have allied himself with the dragon Urgost, who dwells in these parts. With such a beast at his command, we would have little hope of resisting him.
Dragons are wicked creatures, but proud. Could even Agendaur command one to serve?
Perhaps not on his own account, but if he speaks for the Dark Lord, even Urgost would think twice before offending him.
Nah. Dragons are wicked creatures, and their greed knows no bounds. Agendaur only has to name the right price.
Maybe we should go after this dragon before he comes after us.
Well, destroy Urgost? If only it were that simple. The attack on Gundabad would be a peaceful stroll around the lake in comparison. Nay, if it were so easy to slay dragons, there would be many more dwarves still dwelling in these mountains.
Urgost has never taken notice of us before. We rather hoped it would stay that way.
They say it does not pay to leave a live dragon out of your calculations, if you live near one.
We can't let Agendaur have such a beast under his command.
Even Imladris would be no haven against dragonfire. Where will we find Urgost?
You do not lack for courage, I will grant you. Yet we know not where the dragon dwells. No dwarf has discovered his lair and lived to tell of it.
Perhaps Radagast knows this secret, or can discover it. Seems there is little that happens in Wilderland that escapes his notice.
You speak of Radagast the Brown, one of the Astari, the Order of Wizards.
So you know him, do you?
We have never met, yet often I have heard him spoken of. He is said to be skilled in the lore of all herbs and beasts, especially birds. Do you know where he may be found?
He dwells within the forest of Mirkwood, away to the south. Perhaps your companion Belaram would know where to find him, for it is said that Radagast is a friend to the Lord of Eagles himself.
We should travel to Mirkwood. If Radagast knows as much as you say, it is certain to be worthwhile.
Indeed. But before you set out, please accept a token of our gratitude. Seek out my steward Galar. I have instructed him to open our vaults to you. I believe you may find something within that will be of service in the days ahead. move the heart of any dwarf. It's marvelous.
Seeking the wizard. No one can help him now, and no one can help you.
Well done, my friends. That one will spread his veil of lies no more. Yet I fear this was no chance meeting. If Wulfrun was here, it could mean trouble for Radagast. You should press on and find him.
What manner of creature is this you have defeated? What a foul stench it has.
Who can say? Some beast from an older world, maybe. Bred and twisted by the Dark Lord to serve his most trusted servants.
How far are we from the wizard's dwelling?
It is difficult to say for certain. Even the eyes of an eagle cannot pierce the interwoven boughs of Mirkwood, and clearings are few in this wood.
We will find him, but what about you? Are you hurt?
The beast did its damage, but not enough to keep me from the air. I will be fully recovered soon enough.
We will continue the search on foot. Should we look for you here once we have found him?
No, I must find my companions. They are probably worried about me. Together, we will keep watch from above. Radagast has many friends among the birds of Mirkwood. If you find him, he can send a message to us easily enough.
Very well. Good luck, Balaram.
I don't like the look of this Mirkwood. I wish our path would have led us elsewhere.
Why would Radagast choose to make his home in such a place?
They say that Mirkwood was not always like this. It was fair enough before the shadow of the Dark Lord fell over it.
That shadow lies here still. There are evil creatures in this wood. Be on your guard. Look, there!
Warg!
That's done it. Now the whole forest knows we're here.
Let's go. The warg that one hears is worse than the orc that one fears.
True, but where the warg howls, there also the orc prowls. Beware! Spiders!
This must be Radagast's home.
It looks peaceful enough.
Then what did the sorcerer mean when he said we were too late?
Perhaps he was only trying to discourage us.
Let's see if you can take me.
These woods are thick with the Uruk-hai.
Listen, they're all around us. On the hunt for something.
Radagast, perhaps. We must find him before the orcs do.
The trail leads down there. I'm sure of it.
The wizard!
The wizard? No, no, my dears. That is food. He says the wizard must die. Take him and devour him, he commands. And so I shall. But not yet. Not yet. Let him hang a bit first. Let him await my pleasure. But the wizard alone is barely a meal for one such as myself. Now four is a feast.
Slowly now.
He yet lives.
Aye, and he's coming around.
Radagast, are you well?
Oh, what a thoroughly unpleasant experience. I shall have more pity for flies in the future.
How did you come to be in this bind?
Senathra snatched me. Took me unawares, I'm afraid. I really didn't expect to encounter anything of her sort in this corner of the wood. No, not at all. You see, I came here to get away from trouble. Darkness is spreading across Mirkwood. A darker than usual darkness, I mean. And it's coming from Dol Guldur in the south. Rosgobel, my usual home, lies a little too close to Dol Guldur for comfort. So I came here. I have several such retreats. You can never be too prepared living in Mirkwood and all. But
Do I know you?
No, Radagast, but you do know me.
Ah, young Bellerum. It's a pleasure to see. This is turning out to be a rather extraordinary day, really, all things considered.
I am just glad we came in time. My friends and I have a mission, and we came seeking your aid.
We must find the dragon Urgost, who dwells in the Grey Mountains.
But we don't have a lot of time to spend looking.
We were told you might be able to help us find him.
You wish to find a dragon? Oh dear, is that really wise?
Wise or not, that is our mission. Do you know where the dragon dwells?
Well, he's a dragon, so I would say the Grey Mountains.
Yes, that we know. But do you know where in the Grey Mountains?
I haven't the foggiest notion, really.
It seems we were misinformed.
Ah, now, not so fast. I may not know where Urgost dwells, but I just might be able to find out. But I would need my staff for that, and I seem to have mislaid
We
it
found
somewhere.
your staff and brought it along with us. I knew you would have need of it once we found you.
Ah, excellent. Aren't you the clever one? Crafty as a fox in your own fashion, too, I can tell. I'm grateful to you. Well then, let's see what we can find out, shall we? My friends might know a thing or two. Do you have news for me, little one? Ah. I see, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Very brave of you. Well done, my friend. And there you have it.
Perhaps you could explain further for those of us who do not speak the language of swallows.
Oh, you don't? Quite a pity, really. They're rather pleasant little fellows. Always something nice to say.
Well, what did this one have to say?
Quite a bit, actually. Here, let me show you.
Have you considered my offer?
You bargain with what you do not possess, man of the South.
I will have your price soon enough. Think carefully before you spurn this offer, dragon. As mighty as you are, you would do well not to offend my master.
I did not say I refused. Only that you must first achieve my reward before you can give it.
Ah, formality. I go now to take your price, but I will leave men behind to await your answer. Consider well, but not too long.
My time and my thoughts are my own to spend.
For now.
Now go more cautiously. If Urgost was to catch us airborne, he might lay us low with a single blast of dragonfire. It is best you proceed on foot, while we shadow you from above.
Do you believe Urgost will be on guard against intruders?
I hope it is not so. But the keen senses of dragons are legendary. I fear he will see, hear, or smell us long before we can come to grips with him. Still, if Agendar's minions are hereabouts, it may be that their presence will mask our own.
Then let us delay no longer. Onward, as swiftly as we may.
back yet.
He would have his answer in my own good time. You are not what I expected. An elf. It has been many long years since I last smelled one of your kind. Perhaps you wish to tell me why you are here.
We did not mean to disturb you, Mighty One. We are simple travelers, making our way through these mountains.
Do you think me a fool? No one travels in the Grey Mountains without good cause. Do not waste my time with pointless lies.
We are hunting a servant of the Dark Lord, a man called Agandar.
Are you indeed? Maybe we can make a deal.
A deal? What do you have in mind?
Agandar wishes me to join him in his conquest of the North. As a reward, he offers the realm of Nordinbad and all the wealth found there.
You tell us nothing we did not already know. Agandar and his proposal is what brought us here.
So, in spite of your brashness and bravado, I see you are not without a measure of resourcefulness. I do not know how you could have learned of Agandar's offer, but it does not matter. Since you are so knowledgeable, perhaps you are also aware that I have no interest in Nordinbad. What is that dwarf-infested bit to one such as I? No, I have my eyes set on a far greater prize. I want the ancient fortress of the Witch King himself, Karn-Dum.
And what do you know of Karn-Dum?
It sits atop the northernmost peaks of the Misty Mountains. Of old, it was the capital of the realm of Angmar, the mighty fortress of the Witch King himself.
And why would you desire such a place?
The Grey Mountains are no longer a suitable home for one of my might and majesty. The oft-plundered homes of the dwarves who once dwelt here hold neither the wealth nor the grandeur I desire. Not even that watery hole, Nordinbad. No, I would be lord of loftier halls and master of the hidden vaults of the Witch King as well.
The Witch King was driven from Karn-Dum long ago by my people and the men of Gondor. If you want his fortress, what prevents you from taking it?
Agandar. He has taken control of Karn-Dum. From there, he plans his conquest of the North.
If you desire Karn-Dum, why not take it from Agandar? In doing so, you would earn the thanks of all free folk.
Be assured, I care nothing for your thanks. Yes, I want Karn-Dum for my own. But I would be a fool to attack a servant of Sauron. As mighty as I am, I have no wish to make an enemy of the Dark Lord. You, on the other hand, have already done so. If you would see me remain neutral in this war, destroy Agendaur and turn over Karn-Dum to me.
Very well, dragon. Since Agendaur is the greater of two evils, we will accept your offer. Remain neutral, and Karn-Dum will be yours.
A wise choice. See that you don't disappoint me. And if you are truly concerned with the fate of Nordinbad, you might wish to return. Agendaur is moving against it even as we speak.
They'll need our help. Let's go!
Oh yes. By all means, hurry.
I wondered indeed what transpired within that cave. But if our friends are in danger, then questions must wait. I will call Armanel and Baranthor, and we will depart at once.
They're massing for another attack. I don't think we can hold off another one.
No. Or do I?
Did you hear that? Have I gone mad, or... No, look! It's them, by thunder! Our eagle-riding friends! They've come back! Do you see, Brute? They... Mighty glad I am to see you, but it may already be too late. I've only a handful left who can still fight.
Then fall back to the upper chambers.
Give us what support you can from there.
And we will see what we can do against their siege machines.
But
Your place is with your people, Mordred. Go!
Luck to you all. Fall back! Back to the upper gallery! Fall back! Here they come! We must hold them! Fight on!
Take cover within this sphere of light!
Without your aid, we would not have held them. The enemy is defeated, but at very great cost.
The valiant Balaram lies gravely injured. We must have your aid.
I have already ordered my people to bear him into the hall. He will have the best care we can give, for it is certain we owe him our lives. But what of Urgost? You set out to deal with the dragon. Did you find him?
Yes, but Agendaur found him first. He promised Urgost Nordinbad.
We offered him Agendaur's stronghold instead, Karn-Dum. Karn-Dum? The ancient fortress of the Witch King of Angmar? Yes. We should have known Agendaur would reoccupy that accursed place. If Urgost desires that black pit, he is welcome to it. But Agendaur will need to be dealt with first.
Was Agendaur in command of the army that attacked you?
It would seem he did not consider Nordinbad worthy of his personal attention. We saw no sign of his presence during the battle.
I feel certain he will be found at Karn-Dum. We must seek him there.
Such a trek will be long and difficult, and the loss of the Eagles means you will need to go on foot.
So be it then. For the sake of all free folk, Agendaur must die.
I can spare no warriors to send with you. The strength of Nordinbad is all but spent. Yet it would please me if you would take these. They are heirlooms of my house. The greatest works of my people passed down through long generations. Parting with them would be hard, but your fight is our fight, and so I give them freely. Choose what you will, and may it help avenge the fallen.
Balaram? Can you hear me, my friend?
Andriel, I am within walls of stone, and hear no sounds of battle. Then Nordinbad was saved.
Aye, the enemy had enough, and has fled away.
How long have I been here like this?
Not long. Rest easy now. You must save your strength.
Where are Berenthor and Armanel?
Do not concern yourself with such thoughts just yet. You are injured. You must rest and regain your strength.
Such words only increase my unease. Tell me what happened.
It pains me to bring you this news, but our friends were among those who fell in battle. We will never forget their valor, and shall always honor their sacrifice.
Your words are kind, and I thank you for them. But my friends are dead nonetheless. What is more, they died under my command. It is a heavy burden to bear. But what of Agendaur? Was he too slain in battle, or does he yet live?
Agendaur did not lead the assault. He must still be at Karn-Dum.
Then we must seek for him there. Armanel and Berenthor must be avenged.
You must rest, Balaram. Your wounds need time to heal.
No, I would be there at the end. I must avenge my kin.
We will avenge them, Balaram. They were our friends as well. Agendaur will pay for all he has done.
Yes. It is clear I cannot accompany you now. And if you delay, others may die. I will not be responsible for that. Go, with my blessing upon you, friends.
The folk of Nordinbad have pledged to care for you as one of their own. Rest now, and recover your full strength. Farewell.
Must rest. Gather my strength.
Here, take my hand.
You needn't be doing me any favors. The mountain I can't climb hasn't been built. We won't be going back that way, I'm thinking.
But you were correct, Eridan. There are no guards watching this route.
Small wonder.
We cannot count on it remaining unwatched for long. Come, let us find a way into this fortress.
God's beast. He will not escape us that way again.
But the battle took a terrible toll, and you were already injured. Are you strong enough to retreat from here?
I will regain my strength soon enough. But I have no intention of retreating. I wish to be part of the final stroke against Agendaur, the blood of my kin. And
This
the
is
bonds of
madness.
friendship
You
demand
cannot
this of me.
continue to fight while so badly hurt. Please, you must leave while there is yet time.
It is not my way to abandon friends in the face of danger. And much less so, great-hearted friends. Beg me to leave them.
The dwarves of Nordinbad promised to see you restored to full health, yet here you are, and clearly injured still. Why were they not true to their word?
Do not fault the folk of Nordinbad. They cared for me diligently. But when I felt strong enough to fly, I set out after you. I am here against the strongest council of Gorin and Nordri. But they are friends. They would not constrain me when my heart
Since
led me
you will
on.
not be persuaded, will you at least promise to hold back from battle until our need is very great? There is nothing to be gained from spending your life without cause.
It shall be as you say. Now let us go on. The enemy will be upon us if we delay any further.
We must be close. Stay together.
Can it be? The same 3 lackeys who hid behind the elves at Fornost? You? You are the ones who have followed in my wake, upsetting my plans.
Yes, and we have thwarted you at every turn.
All you have done is raise my ire. Because of your insolence, my conquest of the North shall be all the more cruel.
Such threats only strengthen our resolve, monster.
Come down and face us, Agendaur. You have much to answer for.
Witless fools. I learned at the hand of the Dark Lord himself. I am Sauron's greatest weapon in the North. You rush only to your death.
to me if you need healing.
Fight me if you dare!
Enter the sphere of light and be healed.
Not yet.
Servants of the enemy, beware!
It's time to put an end to you! Not yet.
I will shield us from their arrows and bolts.
Hurry, before death claims her!
Master, I need your strength. No.
It would seem I made the right choice. Sauron is no more.
What? How could you know that?
It is true. I can feel it. Like a great weight has been lifted from my heart.
I feel it too. He's done it. Frodo's really done it. The ring has been destroyed.
Be that as it may, you must still honor your oath to me. Karn-Dum is mine.
We are true to our word, Dragon. You are welcome to it.
Just see you mind your manners, old worm. And we'll have no quarrel.
Tis a long way home from here, for each of us.
Let us make for Emlodris. You will find no better place to rest and recover.
You have but to say the word, and we will press on.
What say you, Farin? Should we go to Ривенделл?
A little rest sounds good.